So I heard about the whole situation with Jidion doing the boxing match with the guy, and I'm a little surprised, but not really, because the dude literally stepped down from doing pranking videos, and he been doing that for ever since. And honestly, it's not surprising that the dude still would do something like that. It's literally in his nature for how long he been doing the videos he did, bro. It's in his nature. Of course he's gonna try to come out of nowhere with something that's gonna captivate your brain. Of course he's gonna get some that's gonna get you going like, oh, I can't wait to the next video. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen to the next guy. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. There was one video where they had a dude in a movie theater. They had a bunch of actors in the background and made this dude think he was gonna see a movie with a 15-year-old girl or something like that. And dude, is it really worth it going all that far? Yeah, it's entertaining. It's crazy, but half the time it ain't even that entertaining, because the dudes either don't want to talk, they're really quiet, or they don't say anything at all. Like, it's not really that interesting if they're not even gonna say nothing, because it doesn't just come from the environment of the video. I can only be captivated by the fact that this is in a movie theater for so long, and then at the end they didn't even get the guy. They literally let him go scot-free because it was in a movie theater and the cops didn't even know what was going on. And then the dude had a nerve to get an attitude with him and stuff and be mad because they didn't lock the guy up. Dude, inform them first. Just because you did it in other areas of the city or state doesn't mean every officer is gonna be okay with it. Not every officer knows about what you're doing, bro. That's just my take on it, because it doesn't make sense. And why are you trying to profit off of this in other ways? I mean, like Oma, or I mean, I guess Skeeter G, I guess, you know, I mean, he does it a little random, but it's not like it's too much, you know. It's either in like ordinary places that the girl would want to go, like getting ice cream or going to the store or just meeting up at the house, you know. I think the one about meeting up at a hotel is kind of crazy, because how the heck is a 14-year-old girl supposed to get to a hotel by herself? Unless it's like her sister dropping her off, you know. But like the mom living in a motel or a hotel, really, bruh? Come on now, that kind of don't make sense. Let's be honest, that really don't make sense. I mean, like, and then the ones where they just meet up at their house, that's good. You confronting them directly about the situation, or you're leading them into a house, which can be put up for entrapment. It can be put up for entrapment. That's not good. Even if y'all have the most secure ways of how y'all do it, that's okay. Just don't go too far to the point where y'all being like this man Jidion, trying to profit off of every little thing that happens. Cause that's what he's literally doing. The EDP watch, dude, paying tiers for uncensored content and all this stuff. Dude, just start a locals account like the other two. And you're still trying to get money off of this. Like, bro, why am I paying you for this? Just catch them. I'm not finna pay you to catch some predators, bro. Just catch them. Catch them, get the cops on them, and put them in jail. And he's not the only one I want to talk about with this. That ain't the only situation. These dudes who catching these dudes in public, these ones who only doing it just for straight up Instagram clout, bro, what are we doing? Get it together. Because oh my god, what is the point? The video of the dudes who had the one guy in the store where they literally picked him up and dropped him down. If you slow the video down, it literally looks like the dude hit his knee on the ground so hard from when he dropped him. And he could have hit his head off of anything. He could have hit his head off the rack. He could have hit his head and snapped his neck or anything. Anything could have happened to these dudes, but they don't care because they think, oh, yeah, hey, they're Preds, you know, so why not? You know, might as well, they're Preds. That doesn't give you the justification to beat the out of them, bro. Yeah, they're predators, but still, they're still humans. You're not the police. And if you really want to do that, you can go to jail with them if you want to, because these dudes should be going to jail with them in the first place. It's surprising how this doesn't count as assault, which I think it does too. I think some of them do actually get in trouble for it, which they should, but most of the time, the thing that falls back on them is the content. It didn't go well because they didn't actually get the guy arrested, because they're beating these dudes up in public. And they have it on camera of them beating them up, so it doesn't count. So either the predator can press charges on them, or they can press charges on the predator, depending on who hit who. Which obviously these dudes will lie and say that they came at them first when they didn't. You have the footage, so don't try to hide it. That's my problem with all this predator catching crap, with people trying to be so concerned with catching these predators. It don't make sense. But that's all I wanted to talk about, because it just don't make sense, man. All this whole stuff with this predator catching crap, Jidion profiting off of it. I don't want to say this, but I kind of feel like I need to. Especially with the whole, like, it's okay. Oma and Skeeter Jean have local accounts where they can put their content on without censorship, but you have to pay on there, which is good. You know, obviously these dudes having to get these Airbnbs and stuff, you know, driving all this time with gas money, having to spend all that just to get anywhere, right? You know, but the thing is, that's understandable. You're already getting paid from YouTube anyway, from doing that, from views. You know, you're already getting paid plenty with the views and crap. But, you know, understandable if you want to put it on there because it's uncensored. Obviously, they're going to make you pay because the third-party website is getting an inch of the pay as well. It's not just them. So that makes sense. But my thing that don't make sense to me is why Jidion acts like he got to go a different route besides what they're doing. I got to make my own website and make my own money off of it. Why are you making your own money off of the website? Why not just do what the other two are doing? Why you have to be different? Why do you have to be the opposite of what the other two are doing? They're actually doing it in a safer way. And that's not even worse. He's working with a dude in some of his videos that he shouldn't even be working with. A dude who has way more controversy on him than the guy he caught when he first even got put out there. He don't even have much controversy on him as much as the guy who caught him, quote unquote, caught him. And he didn't even get arrested. The man is still free till this day, still walking around in the stores, still going out, still trying to survive because he genuinely can't, because people keep harassing him everywhere he goes. Which is crazy that y'all do this to him, but don't do it to the other kind of predators, which is crazy. Y'all don't do it to the other ones, but y'all do it to this one guy. As if this one guy did something way worse than what all the other ones could have done. I don't see y'all stalking any of the other preds. You're not stalking them. Y'all not bothering them. Y'all aren't documenting their face online. I mean, the dude has his own freaking like catchphrase. I was trying to get a cupcake. And everybody just calls young girls cupcakes or makes jokes out of it in their videos just off of this one guy. When there's so many other dudes that y'all could literally do all this stuff to, but y'all don't. It's only this one guy. Come on, man. Like, I genuinely think y'all like lost the plot with what the point of these videos were to be. I think like these dudes have genuinely lost the plot of what the point of the video was. The point of the video isn't to just document, it's to document. Actually, it is to document, but they're not documenting it in any way. You could document it in a way of trying to learn about these people or really get in their heads to understand why, instead of just speaking to them and trying to embarrass them as much as possible on camera. That's cool. You can do that, but at least try to get to a serious point at the start to really deep dive into their mind and like, why you did this? Why are you doing this? Is this the first time you've done this? And if so, what's going on at home that made you want to consider this? Ask good questions. at the start. Then at the end, you can joke around a little bit and let the cops walk in, make your little joke about like, well, there's somebody else here who wants to speak to you about the situation as well. You could do that. But they just want to get the joke in so far with all the other stuff. Reading the chat, like, that's so boring, man. Come on, man. You said, you wanted to lick her up and down, and you wanted to give her a somersault, licky slick, lippy dip dip dip, doopy bop blop, sloopity boo bop. Whatever they be talking about, you don't have to read out the full-on chat log to let me know what this dude said or did, bro. I know this dude is a messed up guy. I know he's a messed up guy. I know he says some crazy guy because these dudes be writing full-on novels and journals into these text messages like they professing their love to the one and only. I know that. Let's try to get a deep dive into these dudes' minds on what kind of people they are and stop just reading it out on what they said. They've already been embarrassed enough. There's a camera in their face. What they've done, you've already explained at the front of the video of what they've done and what they said in the text messages, how long they've been doing it, how long the drive took for them to get there just to go meet up with a kid. You've already embarrassed them enough with all the information you give off at the start of the video. I don't need more embarrassing moments. Bro, give me a deep dive into these dudes' minds. Why do they do this? I get you're reading the chat log of what they said, but y'all literally give up the chat log on y'all local accounts. I don't need to hear the chat log twice when I can already just look at it. What's the point of you reading it off? Bro, get in their brain. Pick their brain to see what's wrong with them. What's psychotically wrong with these people and why they choose this. Because anytime, if you think it's gonna be the same reason every time, it's not. It's always a different reason on why these dudes do it. It's always a different reason. It's never the same one. And if you think it is, you are the one who's just consumed in by it because you're not trying to actually see what's wrong with the situation. You're just here because you want to watch the video, because you just want to see some funny moments of Skeeter Jean or Omo or Jidion catching a guy and putting him on camera and trying to just embarrass him in every way possible. Why are you playing video games with the dude? Why are you playing golf with him? I know Skeeter Jean used to do a lot of crazy crap in his older videos. He played golf and played video games with a dude. What it was, I forgot what another one was, but dude, he got a little more tame now, where he's just doing like straight up, you know, with the formal act of just asking questions, seeing where it comes from, telling them stuff in this thing, you know, or pulling up on them and telling somebody in their family what's going on, because obviously these dudes don't do that. They just act like they didn't do anything and be like, oh, I didn't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. That wasn't me. Nah. No way. Nah. It's a good thing that you go up to them directly, and if there's like a family member there, you get on them and you tell that family member what this dude did, why he did it, or they'll have a speculation, you know, on why they probably did it. But that's good. But this whole thing with trying to profit off of catching predators, bro, it's kind of crazy. It's cool that you're filming it, you're documenting it too. And they also say they're filming it for their own safety, which is good too. It's good that y'all are doing that. But don't try to sell it off, man. Just let YouTube give you the money and that's it. You don't need to create a fucking website to give yourself money and make people pay you in tears for some content that they can easily go find about the same dude or another one that's just the same on a different dude's account. I think these dudes, Jay, lost the plot. Well, I don't think they lost the plot. I think Jidion lost the plot. At this point, bro, just go back to doing prank videos, man. It just seemed like that was what you was really good at. Just go do that. Or matter of fact, bro, just be happy with your life, man. Go do something. You say you turned your life around, became a Christian. Go change your life, man. Stop with this whole thing of trying to be like so pure now. Like I turned leaf. You know, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna stop being the guy who pranks people and makes offensive jokes and says the N-word for no reason. From now on, I'm gonna be the guy who saves those who cannot save themselves. because I'm gonna be the superhero that no one asked for. That's me, Jidion. No, nobody asked for your help, bro. You're the same dude who dressed up in purple pants with Roddy Ricch playing in the background. You're that same guy. It's in you, bro, to do that type of stuff. Understandable. I get that. But let's get serious at some points. Plus, it feels like he still don't even know what he doing, and he acts like he knows what it is now and what it's about. Like, hey man, I've done hundreds of these now. I know what it is, man. I know what it's about. These predators, it's like a virus in their mind that just, bro, you don't know nothing like that, bro. You still kind of act like an amateur throughout most of the videos anyway. Like you don't know what you're doing. And that's understandable. It's cool that you bring in people like Skeeter or Oma into it with you. But that other dude, yo, I'm gonna need you to cut that out right now, gang. I'm gonna need you to cut him out the videos immediately. Cause you ain't doing nothing but ruining your footprint. You ruining it, bro. Like you may be at a good point now where people are like, oh man, Jidion's cool, bro. He ain't doing nothing that bad. Yeah, okay. Hey, keep this dude around. I don't know. Who knows, man? That's it, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, man. About the whole situation, all that stuff with these predators. That's all I gotta say. These prey catchers. That's all I got to say, bro. But what I want is just for y'all to do better, bro. Do better with your content. Stop focusing on the money. Stop trying to make people pay to see your content when you already getting paid enough, bro. The locals thing is cool, understandable. It's not your fault. It's the website. Just do it the right way. Don't let greed get in your head. And that's another thing I'm gonna talk about in another video, is greed and how it's been taking over people's mind this year, especially. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment how you feel about the situation. I'm out.